Hello there. Welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy to have you here. Happy full moon in Sagittarius, happening June 3rd, 2023. This is a great one. This is a big one. I'm so excited for it. And I wanted to come on here and do a message, and not just tarot. I'm gonna pull some tarot probably near the end, but I just wanted to give a little rundown on what I'm intuitively receiving around this full moon, and how we can use its energy for our greatest good, and like use the fire and the energy. Like there is some intense driving force, energy and fuel behind this full moon that is going to skyrocket us into all of June, all of July, all of August, and it'll start fizzling out September, October, as always with fall. But here we are, it's about summertime, and of course we're kicking it with a fiery full moon. So just to like get started with that, Sagittarius. Sagittarius is the representation of the arrow. That's its symbol. And my understanding of Sagittarius is, as I'm a Sagittarius rising, so I would say I know Sagittarius pretty well. And my mom is very fiery, very straightforward, very one direction. It's pulling back the bow and shooting an arrow. The arrow does not move. It has one direction. It has its eye on the prize. It is going for it like a bull. It is fiery. It is passionate. It is loving, but it is hot, and it will burn you. And let me come back to that. It will burn you if you do not run with it. And if you try and like be soft and with all of that too, like I'm getting messages from multiple people right here. Like some of you, it's like, let's burn this rubber. That's what I just heard. Like, let's go, let's do this thing, let's move, let's drive forward full force, eye on the prize, nothing else in your vision. And for others of you, this is more of, there's this fire underneath your emotional realm, your moon, that is gonna bubble up some things to the surface that are ready to be seen, that you haven't fully allowed yourself to see yet. And I'm gonna pull a card for that right now. I'm not gonna acknowledge it yet. I'm not gonna really talk about it yet, but I wanna go ahead and do it now before I forget later. So I'm gonna get one card first for that first collective, that we're burning rubber and we're fired up. Queen of Cups. And then I wanna get one for the bubbling up of, okay, we have like 5. Okay. We'll come back to those soon. But with the full moon, it's very much this expressive, it's very much everything is illuminated and things are becoming illuminated. That's why I said with this second half of you guys, it's more of some emotions are coming up and they're like shining full consciousness on. And maybe it is these emotions are coming up so that you can dedicate and you can burn rubber, like this other energy that I'm feeling into, and simultaneously slow down and let that occur. The moon is all about internal. It's all about the unconscious. It's all about your emotions. And yes, it's full, so it's like bringing everything into consciousness, but that doesn't mean it's bringing everything into the external world yet. It's still internal. It's still reflective. It's still going within and asking yourself the questions that you need so that you can open up to this next chapter and this next energy that is ready for you to fly on it. I got this like image of kind of like Aladdin, where the carpet is the Sagittarius, where it's like a train that you can hop on whenever. Like the energy is gonna be here. Don't worry and like stress like, oh, I gotta do something, I gotta be here, I gotta do that. You're exactly where you need to be. Allow space for yourself though. Because if you're constantly distracting yourself, which is another part of Sagittarius, that's the more shadow aspect of Sagittarius, of addiction and desire and like external fulfillment, if you're stuck in that distracted state, you're not going to be able to really use this energy to its fullest. That doesn't mean it's not going to be affecting you and that you're not going to learn things and you're not going to grow. Okay? That's never the case. Are you going to be consciously aware of it? That's up to you. And how much you allow the potential of this impact to have on you is up to you as well. So, let's get into these cards. So we have Queen of Cups in reverse. So this is more for my burn rubber people. I'm gonna grab a sip of water because I can feel this fiery energy within me, as you guys can probably tell. Okay. Queen of Cups in reverse. Okay, for all the people that are ready to burn rubber, and I would say I'm in this, and I feel like we're all balancing in between both of these things. Some of us may be more in the fiery, drive forward, passion movement, while some of us may be in the reflective, bubbling up of emotions more. But we're all living in both of them. It just depends on each person, on how much you express each of them. And so with this fiery burn rubber energy, the Queen of Cups comes out, which is very interesting, and it comes out in reverse, which is telling me that although it is time to burn rubber and to run and to like really move forward, there still needs to be time for stillness and rest. There still needs to be time where you are drenching yourself, where you're filling your cup, and not only filling your cup, but like pouring it onto you, as she's doing, where you're realizing like, hey, yes, I'm moving fast, I'm doing a lot of things are happening in my external world, a lot of things are shifting for me, and I take time for stillness, I take time for rest, I take time to breathe and to be in nature and to just exist. Because Sagittarius is so driven and moving forward and fast-paced and eye on the prize, blinders on, that sometimes that is too much. We need the balance of action and stillness, action and stillness. So each time that you get that burst to move and to go, honor it, feel it, do it. And after you have kind of burned the rubber in a sense, rest. Let your tires rest. You don't want to melt your tires. You don't want to melt yourself and cause damage. You're capable of moving fast and moving in a direction with passion and desire. Absolutely. And you don't want to burn yourself out. So that's why the Queen of Cups is here, is to remind you guys and remind me to not burn out. Don't let this energy burn us out. Remember to rejuvenate ourselves, to heal, to be with ourselves, to fill our cup, to slow down. And I do want to say, if there's any Geminis here that are watching this video, I just did a June for Gemini tarot reading that you should definitely go check out after you're finished with this episode or this video. So let's get more to the bubbling up of the emotions. And again, if you're more in the burning rubber energy, if that is more intuitively feels right to you, this is still for you. Again, we're embodying both of them, just maybe in different levels, okay? So that means that for the people that feel like it's more of an emotional time, same thing. Like, you still can receive something from the burning of the rubber. I love how that's like the theme of it. So this is more of the bubbling up energy. So I'm getting this kind of spinal, yeah. So here's the solar plexus right here, guys, right? Fire, passion, Sagittarius, bubbling up of our heart and our emotions out into this world. And that's something that I want to emphasize is that allow yourself to express everything that you're experiencing. Allow every single one of those bubbles that are coming up to come up. The more that you try and push them down and suppress them, the more dense and pressurized everything's going to be, and it's going to explode at some point. So allow every single bubble to come up as it comes. Hold space. So like, say I was feeling sad or angry and I didn't know why. It doesn't matter. I don't need to know why. I'm just going to hold a space and be like, hey, Kaden, I see you. I see that you're sad. I see that you're mad. Get it out if you need to. Cry it out if you need to. I'm holding a space for you. You are safe to feel this. I love how the Prince of Torches comes out. So that's the Knight of Wands for people out there. Temperance. Two of Cups. Death in reverse. Okay. So for my bubbling up energy, people, the reason and the intention behind the Sagittarius Full Moon energy and the reason why it's bubbling things up for you is because they are ready to be released. Something that was so beautiful that I went back and listened to a little recording that me and my friend just were bouncing off of each other, and it was recording. So I went back and looked at it, and she made the analogy of how we are the owners of hotels, and there's a certain amount of capacity of people, and certain people are trying to leave because your hotel, the rent, or say an apartment, the rent of your apartment is going up. And so there are certain individuals and certain emotions and experiences that cannot afford to live there anymore. So they must exit. And so that's the bubbling up. It's this fire underneath is actually purifying and taking out the people that are not serving you, the aspects of yourself that are not serving you anymore. So instead of like keeping them in the hotel and be like, no, you have to stay, you have to pay this new rent, it's like, no, okay, goodbye. It was great having you when you were here, and I'm so grateful and honor you because I wouldn't be able to be where I am without you. And I know that someone else is going to enter into this hotel or this apartment and is going to be willing and knowing that this hotel deserves to be paid more, that I deserve to be paid more. So there's going to be new aspects of yourself and new emotions and new experiences that are going to want to enter into your life, but they cannot enter unless you're purified first. And so that's what this bubbling up of energy is. It's bringing to the surface all the things that we've been suppressing for so long that are ready to come up so that we can be open to receiving what is actually present and here for us. So that is my message for the full moon in Sagittarius. I hope that resonated with you. Let me know down below, which of these two energies did you resonate more with? The burning rubber or the bubbling up of your emotions? And if you're in between, let me know there too. I feel very in between, maybe more of the burning rubber myself. But this was so beautiful, so amazing. Thank you so much for being here. If you haven't already, you should totally subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you guys in the next episode of my YouTube channel. Bye!